Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to some interesting emerging news, and we need to talk about this because it is going to change NXT. So here, WrestleVotes reporting, according to a source, there was an all-employee meeting today at WWE headquarters in Stamford, hosted by Mark Shapiro. I'm told the biggest news to come out of the meeting was that the WWE Performance Center will be moving to Las Vegas in the near future. This is big, right? This is big because the Performance Center is where the talent train. If you move the Performance Center, you're not going to be putting NXT shows, right, in Florida. You're not going to have NXT in Orlando. So that means NXT will move, right? Because the talent that's on NXT and the talent that do the NXT house shows, they all train at the Performance Center. If you move the Performance Center, you've got to move those shows. That is going to devastate wrestling fans in the Florida area because many of them have gone to NXT since NXT started. Like a lot of them have been going to these shows. You could even go back before NXT and go to the FCW days, because before NXT we had FCW, and that was based in Florida. That was based in Tampa, but it was still Florida, right? So you could still go and see the stars of tomorrow in FCW, right? So we're talking like decades that we have had the developmental around that Florida area, and now it's being pulled out and taken to Las Vegas. And of course, the question is going to be why? Why are they doing this? And the answer can normally found in the bottom line with money and profit. And so it's going to be something along those lines. My guess is that they may look to integrate it with the Apex. This is the UFC Apex. This is like UFC's, but their performance center is there as well. And they've got this little room where they put their own shows on, right? Fight nights and whatnot. And during the pandemic, this is where UFC ran all their shows just so that they could keep their product going. Much like how WWE ran all their shows in the Performance Center, UFC ran all their shows here at the Apex in Las Vegas. And I think they've probably looked at the space available, and they've probably looked at the cost, and they've probably figured out that from a cost-wise, it would be more beneficial to integrate the two and bring them together. We've seen them do this with a lot of the departments behind the scenes. We've been told rumors that like the marketing departments have joined up and got a lot smaller as a result. So rather than having a UFC marketing department and a WWE marketing department, they just combined them so that you've got one marketing team that can do both UFC and WWE, and it's a way of saving money. And so I would imagine that there's something like that at play, right? Where they're going to try and combine the performance centers. They're going to try and combine like the estate that they have already, rather than having to pay for two locations. So I don't know that. I mean, literally, this is all we're going off, but it's a hell of a coincidence that Las Vegas is where the UFC Performance Center is. And I think they've got quite a bit of space there as well. So, but obviously this means that all of the talent's going to have to move. Think of all of the Shawn Michaels. What does it mean for Shawn Michaels? Like, what does it mean for the trainers? Like, are they going to have to relocate? I mean, surely they are if they want to continue to work with the Performance Center. And I really can't see NXT staying in Florida because of the fact that the PC is moving. So where does the talent that's on NXT, where does that train? Where does it learn? It has to do it at the PC. It has to do it at the Performance Center. And that's going to be in Las Vegas. Like, this is devastating news for Florida. I think there is a potential positive as well, though. And that potential positive is that I think this means we may see the NXT brand go on the road a little bit more. We know that when it moves to the CW network, we're going to do a show in Chicago. We're going to do a show in St. Louis, right? We're going to go to those places. We've got Punk on the one show. We got Randy Orton on the other show. And they did say that they would look to go to other locations, but it would predominantly still be based at the Performance Center. So I think there will be a home for this. It may be the Apex. They might be looking at the amount that the Apex gets used, and they might be thinking, we can cut costs here. We can have wrestling in the Apex. So honestly, this might be the new home of NXT. Again, that's just speculation. I don't know that for certain, but that's just my gut feeling at the moment, because this has got to be about saving money. But it could mean that they're not going to stay there, and that they will be more willing to get out and about and do a bit more touring. I'd love to see them come back to the UK, but I don't know if that was ever a cost-effective tour for them. I don't know if they ever made money by coming over to the UK or covered the cost of coming over to the UK. So I'd love to see that, because that stopped when NXT UK started, and we don't have NXT UK anymore. So now we don't have anything anymore, right, from WWE, apart from the tours that they put on with Raw and SmackDown. We and the occasional PLE now, of course, but we don't have anything that like is based here, Progress and whatever, but nothing from WWE. So yeah, this is big news. It's going to really cause a lot of disruption. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.